Hi, I'm Sally from Coast and Country Crafts and Quilts. Today I'm going to show you how to make rope bowls. These are made from sash cord that we sell on the website. So they have a polypropylene core which makes them very rigid when finished. There's just a selection. So they come in 12.5 metre skeins. You'd make 3 from one of those, or you can make a medium bowl and a small bowl, or you can make a whole bowl from just one. In fact, you can add more rope. You just cover the join with some strips of fabric. So that one I've made completely wrapped, and the rest I've just added the odd piece now and again just to give it a bit of interest. So let's have a go. So we start by coiling the rope as tight as you can, going around 3 or 4 times and securing with a pin to stop it unravelling. And then we're going to stitch across and across just to secure the centrepiece first. So make sure you have plenty of spare needles, because sometimes when the needle hits the polypropylene core it will break. Just spin it round and do the other side of the cross. Okay, and then you can take that off the machine. So remove the pin and set your sewing machine to zigzag. Make sure that your rope is coiling in a clockwise direction, and we're going to start in the center. We're going to zigzag, just catching the edge of the rope. Keep going round. It's very slow to start with, but then you'll be able to speed up. So pop it under the foot. Make sure the foot's down. Pop the needle in, and off you go. That's lots of start and stop to start with. I'm just going to snip the threads to get them out of the way. So once you've stitched around the first couple of rows, it starts to get much easier, and you've now got to the loose part. So you keep your finger here just so that it keeps snug. Mind you don't stitch through it. It just helps you to guide the rope in. Might like to add some colour, so you can either just do a few strips like I've done on this one, or you could cover the entire rope bowl, which looks very pretty as well. If you want to cover the entire rope bowl, you need to do this from the start, but if you're just adding a few bits and pieces, I cut myself some 1-inch strips. They don't have to be very long, because you can just keep adding more strips. So tuck the end in and start to wrap the fabric strips tightly around your rope. do a few inches and then hold it tight or pop a pin in so it doesn't get loose until you get to the next bit, and then stop sewing and repeat. I'm going to try and get the end of the fabric to be between the ropes, if possible. Okay, so once you've made the base of your bowl as wide as you want it to be, it could be much bigger than this, but I'm just going to show you the next stage. So as you start to sew, once you want to do the sides, you start to tip. So you start to hold it at this angle, but carry on sewing, and it starts to create the sides. So depending on what angle you're tipping at will depend how steep the sides of your bowl are. You can now see why it had to be clockwise, because this has to be away from the throat of your machine, otherwise the throat will stop you making too big. So I've just wrapped another section of rope around, fabric around the ropes, so I'm just going to keep going with the sides. You can see how it's already taking shape. Just trying to catch the end so it's between the ropes again. Now I've nearly finished my little bowl and I've got this much rope left, and I want to finish it off so it looks like that. So you need to cut this end at an angle so that it doesn't end up being too chunky. and then I suggest you backstitch there to take it off the machine. Secure the loop with a couple of stitches to make sure it doesn't pull out later. And then take another strip of fabric and start to wrap it round the join. Make sure it's nice and tight and it covers all your stitches. Just work your way back. So pop it back under the machine, so my end is all ready like that. Just pop the needle in, do a couple of stitches forwards and reverse just to secure the end. So I'm trying to catch the ends of the fabric in between the rope again. I'm going to stitch part of this loop down as well. And then reverse. That's it. Take it off, snip your threads. And we sell this sash cord on our website. That's coastandcountrycrafts.co.uk, and search sash cord and you'll see the 12.5 metre reels that we have of that. Thank you for watching. That's it. What do you think? There you go. Why don't you have a go? Search sash cord on www.coastandcountrycrafts.co.uk.